It's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Sarah Simon on Facebook. Sarah and several other people have been sending me these stories about Justin Bieber. Everybody wants my opinion on the whole Justin Bieber arrest situation. And at first I wasn't going to do a video because I really honestly had zero fucks to give about this kid. But then I thought about it, you know what? It's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of different dynamics to the story. So I decided to go on ahead and do a video. Unless you've been living under a rock, we've all heard by now that our favorite pop musician, Justin Bieber from Canada, he was arrested the other day down in Miami, Florida. Him and little Khalil decided to rent two cars. They rented a yellow Lamborghini and a red Lamborghini. They then decided to have two other cars block down a residential street while they drag race. So this whole situation was insane. When Justin Bieber got pulled over, he told the police, you know, why the fuck are you pulling me over? I'm like, damn, it must be nice, because I know if I'd have told the police some shit like that, they would beat my ass. But he told the police why the fuck did they pull him over. And then he goes on to admit that he was high and he was drinking and everything else. And it's like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? Who the hell admits to being high and drunk before they even placed under arrest? It's like he's just trying really, really hard to kind of, you know, shed this whole pop image. Like Paul Mooney said, everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. You know, this whole situation is insane. His mugshot was a trip. Even his mugshot is funny. He's sitting here smiling like a Chester cat because he knows he ain't worried about nothing. He knows there's nothing going to happen to him. He has all types of privilege. Not only is he a young white man, he's also rich as hell. So he knows there's nothing going to be happening to him. Folks have been clowning him and saying that, you know, he looks like the boy version of Miley Cyrus. But what I'm noticing that folks aren't doing is comparing his mugshot to his homeboy's mugshot. Now, if we look at Khalil ain't smiling because Khalil knows that he's a person of color, and they're going to throw his ass under the jail. You know what I'm saying? Khalil don't have the same benefits as Justin Bieber. I mean, this whole situation is just a damn mess. But what I find even more crazy is that all of a sudden now, Justin Bieber's deadbeat dad is in his life. Now, this man is 40 years old. He became a teen father. Him and Justin Bieber's mom had Justin when they were 17 years old. So he's a young, you know, father, just like I'm a young mother. But the point is, you still have to be there for your kids. You cannot be your child's best friend 24/7. He's over here drag racing with him and doing drugs with him and everything else. It's like, come on now, you're the parent, you're not his big brother. Step up and start acting like a parent. It's now causing controversy because just the other day he posted this picture on his Instagram page basically comparing himself to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. He's comparing himself to Michael Jackson, but what he doesn't realize is that he's nothing like Michael Jackson. Besides singing pop music and being able to dance, that's where the similarities end. Michael Jackson was not a thug. He never got in trouble for criminal activity. They tried to pin the whole child molestation thing on him, and he got off with that. You never saw Michael Jackson out here gang banging, talking all crazy and hood, fighting folks, spitting on people, pissing in buckets. You know, so for him to try and compare himself to Michael Jackson, I find that as an insult. But it's all because these damn believers and these silly fans keep gassing his head up. You know, these same fans ran down there after he got out of jail, and they literally rioted trying to see this boy. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys this clip real quick. You see how folks are rioting against him? You can't say nothing bad about Justin Bieber to these believers. A lot of white folks are going in on Justin and talking shit about him, but the believers are having his back. But what I find funny is that you have these black celebrities making excuses for him. I have yet to see one white celebrity come on camera and make any excuses for Justin's behavior. But yet and still, Kevin Hart spoke on Justin Bieber. And you know, and I understand Kevin Hart was asked a question. But had somebody asked me a question about Justin Bieber and I'm trying to promote my shit, I would have been like, you know what, I'm not speaking on Justin Bieber. I'm here to promote what the hell I'm here to promote. It's like, why are they always asking black folks about what they think about Justin Bieber's situation? How about y'all go ask Tom Hanks or Robert De Niro? You know, I just find the whole situation just insane. And what's even more crazy is that a lot of folks are comparing how Justin Bieber is being treated as opposed to Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman plays for the Seattle Seahawks, and the other day, he kind of went off on camera. He was going off about another player talking mess about him. And the white woman who was interviewing from Fox News, she claimed she was just so scared. Fox had to cut to a commercial break. And soon after that, folks started dragging him on Twitter, calling him all types of thugs and racial epithets. And it's like, y'all are mad because he went off. He didn't curse. He didn't hit the woman. He was just hyper after a game and folks drug him. You know, the whole situation is just the same. How do you call him a thug but then make excuses for Justin Bieber? I'm going to go ahead and play you guys this news clip of Richard talking about the whole situation that went down towards him on Twitter.
If I would have really known it was going to blow up like that, I probably would have approached it differently. You know, just in terms of the way it took away from my teammates, great games. You know, Cam Chancellor played a fantastic football game. You know, had an interception, you know, huge plays in the game, and played almost a perfect ball game. Marshawn ran for freaking beast mode, ran for 100 yards plus, you know, had a great touchdown run. And Bobby had 15 tackles. You know, so many people played so many great games that you would think the stories would be about them. And so that's the only thing I feel kind of regretful about. I was on a football field, you know, showing passion. You know, maybe it was misdirected. Maybe, you know, things may have been immature. You know, things could have been worded better. But this is on a football field. You know, I wasn't committing any crimes, you know, doing anything illegal. I was showing passion after a football game.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip. I mean, Richard Sherman is well educated. From what I'm hearing, he graduated with the second highest GPA in his high school. He graduated 3.7 GPA in college. He has a college degree. So he's not just some dumb football jock. So for folks to call him a thug and all those other words, it just really goes to show you the difference between Justin Bieber and his white privilege as opposed to Richard Sherman. I mean, this whole situation made no sense at all. People want to coddle Justin Bieber, make excuses for him and his thuggish behavior, but then you want to go in on somebody who's just talking mess about a football game. I mean, what sense does that make? There is no justification for driving under the influence. Justin Bieber and his friends could have killed somebody. They could have killed themselves. And for people to make excuses for him is just plain silly. Now, I understand he's young and kids are going to make mistakes. Nobody's innocent. I've made my share of mistakes. We've all made mistakes. But it seems like Justin Bieber is not learning from his mistakes. It's funny how the media continues to blame his black friends. As if this young man has no mind of his own. As if these black folks are controlling him to act like a thug and a goon and everything else. Justin Bieber is, for the most part, grown. He's 19 years old. He knows the difference between right and wrong, and I think that he should be held accountable for his actions, and folks need to really stop making excuses for him. My personal opinion, I think the reason why Richard Sherman got so much shit, it's like folks were so upset because it's like this man has money, he has fame, he has prestige, and a lot of white folks don't like that. And I really feel like that's what it was, is the fact that, you know, he was quote unquote acting like an uppity nigga as opposed to acting like a Sambo and being grateful that they let him into the NFL. You know, this whole situation, the whole contrast between how the media and how folks treat Justin Bieber and how folks treat Richard Sherman speaks volumes to me. But again, you'll have black folks making excuses and, you know, saying that we live in a post-racial society and I'm race-bait and all this other mess. But the proof is in the pudding. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire ratchet situation that's coming out of our favorite state, ratchet-ass Florida. Of course this would have to happen in Florida. Thank you, JB. So go ahead and leave a comment, you guys. All right. Deuces.